special review right here. This is a very unique comic, and the best way to say it would be a strike comic rebelling against how comic books had become. And that's why I find this one to be very special and definitely a wonderful read, especially if you're going to be becoming a comic book writer, or if you currently work at a comic book, a studio, to remember exactly why you started doing it. And that happens to be Spawn from Image number 10. And for any of you who have already read this, you'll automatically know why I feel this is a must-read and a very special comic book. What is this one all about? Well, the first unique thing is that Spawn himself has been traveling in hell, trying to get past of whatever he's pondering at the moment, and he decides to go to the 7th level of hell to find out what's there, because he's never been there. When he enters, all he sees is just a line of people, hands tied, bags over their heads, and nooses around their neck. And then the most crucial part of the entire comic, that is the most important. He walks by and just sees a cage, and there's just hands sticking out, and right away you can automatically name almost every single one of them. I mean, you got the Joker, you got Juggernaut, you got, it looks like Colossus, the Hulk, Batman, Spider-Man, you have the Thing, you have the Punisher, Wonder Woman, Shazam, Venom, you have, and Captain America, and a couple more. And they're just sitting there, Injustice, save us, please. And Spawn does try, and no matter how much energy he actually uses, with him being full power in hell, he's unable to save them. Then all these heroes and villains start talking to Venom, talking to Spawn, going, 100 voices, take our power. 1,000 voices, take our power. 10,000, take our power. And then we get to see a creepy looking Superman, which officially isn't Superman. And I just found this one so unique because the whole purpose of this entire comic is, to basically, this picture right here just shows exactly what it is. Comic book heroes, comic book villains, comic books, they were made by people to entertain us. They were made by themselves to bring out their inner selves, and here it represents we've lost it. Just look at a lot of some of the really bad comic book movies, look at some of the really bad video games, and then look at some of the really bad interpretations of comic books that we've had out there. It's not because the artists themselves were doing a bad job. It's because when the studios took over the rights for the characters and demanded, you need to do something, and we don't like how you're doing it, so he gets to take over for you, and he writes a horrible story. Their hands are tied. This another also represents during a time when there was the approval seal, which ruined a majority of comics just because of some idiot. And it's just so sad to see how he was able to symbolically do this. That's what made this so cool. And then all of a sudden, Cerberus walks in and everything goes black and white. It just gotta make me funny because I just love it because he's all kind of like, wait, what's going on? And then he goes, no, everything is great, black and white and gray. They eventually get back to Spawn's house. We see a heart-filled reunion where he gets to see his daughter even though he's not supposed to have one. And I just found this one to be very important just because it spoke out against what was going on at Marvel, what was going on at DC, those two companies especially, because so much of the comics were going bad, you know, or getting horrible storylines, or just throwing in a character to have a character which was a horrible creation, or, you know, the rights going to movies that were absolutely atrocious, or a failed attempt. And he really kind of just point blank said in here, you know, you guys gotta stop thinking about the money, enjoy it, you know, and be yourselves again, make characters the way you want to make them, and don't let them tell you how to do it, because that is something very important that we've seen in a lot of things that this comic right here especially goes through and make sure to tell the readers and bluntly say it to all the other people, I made this because we've gotten off track. And that's why I feel this is one of those that is extremely important to have for a comic collection, because, you know, when a comic writer has to write something so bold and just flat out say it as it is. I mean, because you have Superman right there, who's not officially Superman, because he can't be, is telling, you know, yeah, this is what I was, this is unfortunately how everything's become, and now I can't be who I am. Very in-depth comic, and the meaning of it alone is just out of this world, and one of the best to have for any comic collector out there who wants to see, you know, when the artist has taken too much and has to put down his foot and say, you guys are going the wrong way. So that's why I find this one to be a fantastic one for that. And I highly recommend everybody to go out there and get this one here. So this has been Spawn number 10. Hope you guys have enjoyed the review, because it is a fantastic one to read. This is T. Sakura saying ciao and sayonara.